Claressa Shields, nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you for who you are as a person. The issue with Claressa Shields is that she wants to be a bad. Claressa Shields, you aren't a bad. Like, you're not a bad. You're not a baddie. I don't care how much weight you lose, how much weight you gain, what color wig you put on, how much makeup or who did your makeup. None of it makes you a baddie. You're not. That is not your aesthetic. I'm not saying she's ugly at all. I'm saying you can be a pretty girl, but not be a baddie. She's not a baddie. That is not your aesthetic. Your aesthetic is boxing. It's being a boxing woman, an athletic woman. That's it. You don't have that aesthetic. You don't fit into that category. You don't.
The fact that you are an Olympic gold medalist and you are on a card where Ray J is fighting, Orlando Brown is fighting, 2 bodyguards are fighting, Big Legs and Taseki are fighting.
Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. If you look around you at the people that you work with or the people that know what's going on in your life and you don't have a single hater and everybody wishes you well and you're just so excited that everyone supports you, either you're not looking closely enough or your life is quite unimpressive, because the lengths that people would go to minimize other people's accomplishments never cease to baffle me, especially people that are of the same demographic as you. Those are the people most likely to downplay your accomplishments or underestimate your capabilities. That's why a lot of people have family members that do not support them like they should, because the family members think that they're not that big of a deal no matter what they accomplish, or they do not believe in their dreams or their goals, etc. So if you do not have haters, what are you doing with your life? The extent to which these ladies, I have posted these 2 ladies, the first clip is from, I think, maybe 3-4 months ago, so it's kind of old, but not that old, right? And then this second clip was from Claressa Shields' latest fight, right? Like, it was posted after Claressa won that fight. So Claressa is literally actively winning, and she's still being spoken about as if she is some loser who is just lost in the world and does not know what quote-unquote category she belongs in. And speaking of categories, it is very important to some people that you belong in the category that they put you in their mind. If you veer out of that and you're able to do something else, or you say, God forbid, you vocalize that you belong in a different category from what they think you should be in, they will react so aggressively. Like the girl in the first clip, she seemed so upset that Claressa Shields dares to think of herself as a quote-unquote baddie, which I think is ridiculous. Is there a definition for baddie? I feel like everybody have their own definitions. But anyway, that lady in the first clip was so upset that how dare Claressa Shields consider herself to be a baddie. And by the way, this same lady considers herself to be a baddie. So you can kind of see where her anger is coming from, because here she is, she is a quote unquote baddie in her own mind, right? And she clearly has not accomplished much in her life. You can tell people that have accomplished a lot simply do not behave this way towards somebody else that's working hard and accomplishing stuff for themselves. So when she looks at herself and she is a baddie but has not accomplished much, and then she looks at Claressa, whom she believes should not belong in her baddie category, because that category belongs to her, and whoever she decides should fit in that category, she gets upset because how dare Claressa Shields, who's athletic, who's muscular, think that she is a baddie. She's supposed to stay in the muscular category. And she's okay with Claressa thinking of herself as pretty. Just don't think of yourself as a baddie when you have muscles. I don't know, I'm not sure what her justification is, but she is just very upset that Claressa Shields will dare to think of herself as a baddie. And she does not like that Claressa Shields seems to be falling into many different categories. Whether people like her music or not, Claressa Shields makes music. Claressa Shields is a boxer. She's done acting. And she's an entrepreneur in other areas. So the baddie category is the least significant of the categories that Claressa Shields fits in. It is ridiculous and childish to be this upset about someone like considering themselves to be sexy. I guess I think baddie is synonym for sexy. Nobody ever really defines what it is. I guess I could look it up in Urban Dictionary, but I don't feel like it. It's not worth my time to look up. But she does not want Claressa Shields to think of herself as sexy at all. And she kept saying that Claressa Shields belongs in the muscular category, in the athletics category. A person can be in whatever category they choose, okay? I just don't think that this whole baddie thing should be that serious. But at the core of what these two ladies are saying is not really about whether or not Claressa Shields is a baddie. I know that's what she is saying, but that's not what is really bothering her. What's truly bothering these two ladies is Claressa Shields' accomplishment despite them not thinking much of her. And they do not want her to be this person that has accomplished so many different things and is still able to encroach, quote unquote, encroach into the category that they believe belongs to them. That's what's bothering them. Because it's like, Claressa Shields has accomplished all of this other stuff. Why is she coming over to my side to accomplish more stuff over here? So it's about Claressa's accomplishments. So it is very sad, okay? Because in this day and age, a lot of women are complaining that women are being pushed aside. Nobody wants to listen to them when they speak. Nobody wants to consider women's feelings, etc. And then in the middle of all of this, we have women that are so stuck in their ways of tearing other women down. And we have women like these. Like, is this really something worth getting so worked up over? And these are all adults, by the way. So it is just when I see the videos that people make about Claressa saying that she keeps winning, I think at this point they are spiraling because they don't know what to do. There is nothing that they can do to stop this from happening. Claressa continues to win, and now what they're doing is they're either tearing down her looks, because that is a subtle way saying you're not a baddie, That is a subtle way to tear down her looks. So they either try to tear down her looks, or they downplay, they significantly downplay her accomplishments. Like the second lady, like in the second clip, where she was saying that Claressa Shields is an Olympian and she should not be fighting in the arena where she's fighting, and that at some point one of these two ladies, I don't even remember which one, said that Claressa is not fighting with the people that would challenge her, and that she's choosing easy people to fight so that she can continue to win. And I mean, the way they try to downplay Claressa Shields' accomplishments is insane. It's almost like it's an obsession. It's something they have to do, because I think their self-esteem hinges on their beliefs of what categories people should be in and what people should be able to accomplish based on their category. So any disruption really sends them into a frenzy, and so they have to hold on to this. That's what it's looking like. And so they do not want to accept that Claressa Shields really is as good as she says she is. They have to say that the other fighters are not very good fighters. There was an interview where Claressa Shields was talking about her opponent, and she said that she does not underestimate her opponent's abilities, and she trains really, really hard no matter who she's about to fight. That is the kind of mentality that a winner has. You do not underestimate the other person just based on what you may have heard about them, because there may be other things about that person that you don't know. While you're training, they're training too. So the previous fights that you have seen may not be their skill level when you meet up with them in the ring, or at work, whatever environment that you have to compete with them. Their skill level may have significantly changed. So you cannot go into competition underestimating your opponents. That's just not a smart thing to do. So it was very smart for Claressa to say that she does not underestimate any of the people that she fights, and that with this opponent she trained really hard, to be prepared. But here these ladies are saying that Claressa Shields is choosing people that are easy for her to beat so that she can continue to win. If that isn't the most ridiculous thing that I have ever heard, I don't know what is. Fighting is not an easy sport to be a part of. Like, people seem to forget you're actually taking punches, actual punches. Some of us have never felt a punch before, ever in our lives. So to think that someone will be in the ring getting punched over and over and they can still stay in the ring and not run away, to me, that alone is impressive. So to say that this is no big deal and she's just picking simple, easy opponents, these people have lost their minds at this point. They have lost their minds. And I'm starting to wonder what it is about certain women that causes them to have to tear down other women. Where is that? I don't understand this behavior at all. It is very strange to me. Everybody cannot like everyone, so I'm not saying that people have to like her, but you can sense that there's a certain flavor of hatred that these women have for women of their own demographic that they do not have for other women that belong in other groups. And it's almost like this frenzied need to absolutely tear down these women that are doing better than them. It is weird. At this point, it is obvious that Claressa can see through what they're doing, so it won't get to her as badly as it would if she did not see through what they were doing, like, it would still get to her. It just would not like affect her to the point of causing her to change her behavior. She's just gonna continue to be herself, and it is clear that at this point she is just posting a lot more of her accomplishments to mess with them, because she knows that it's going to upset a lot of people, which I am absolutely here for, because I mean, this has got to stop. This is so ridiculous. And I have noticed a lot more people are starting to support Claressa. I feel like I'm noticing more and more people saying that this whole thing is ridiculous. There's just too much hate towards this woman. She does not deserve it. And she's just being herself. So if you don't like someone for being themselves, that's fine. But why do you feel the need to vocalize it? And the first lady in the clip was being so cruel, saying that we don't like you. The first time I watched that clip, I was like, who is we? Who is she talking about? If you want to be hateful by yourself, you know? Don't drag other people. Don't act like you speak for a large group of people, which there is a lot of hatred towards Claressa, and she may be speaking for a large group of people, but you're not the spokesperson for anyone but yourself. You are the representative of your own hate. So you need to bear that cross by yourself and not drag other people into it. This is just ridiculous, honestly. It's so ridiculous at this point. I've made a couple of videos about Claressa, about this particular issue of people not willing to accept that she's as good as she is. She's not picking easy fighters. She is a good fighter, and she falls in as many categories as she wants to fall in, including the baddie category. And this is something people are just gonna have to come to terms with. Everybody's talking about how they want people to listen to women, consider women's feelings, etc. Girls girl, you know, building a community. And then I'm just looking around, I'm like, who's gonna do all of that? Because there's a lot of hatred from other women, unprovoked. They swear it's provoked, but their hatred is unprovoked. Claressa is just living her life at the end of the day, and they simply cannot handle the fact that she keeps winning despite everything that they say and think of her. It's unfortunate, but you know what? Claressa can see through these acts, and I'm sure she will not allow it to change her personality. And that's basically all I have to say about this ridiculousness. Hopefully this hatred will begin to die down at some point, but you know what? Hateful people can only do one thing, and that's hate on other people. Anyway, that's all I have to say on this. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.